Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
It's good to have you here. I'm Whitney Ward. We begin tonight with a traffic alert at the top of this hour. According to Idaho State Police, both directions of 4th of July Pass are currently blocked because of multiple crashes.
Yeah, take a look right here. ISP is currently investigating and asking travelers to avoid the area if they can. We don't know much about this crash at this hour rather, but we will continue to update you once more details are available.
In the meantime, today was a big day for Airway Heights first responders. Both the police and the fire department swore in new officials.
KREM 2's Janelle Finch live in the studio tonight with more on how these new recruits will help support the city's needs. Janelle?
Well, Mark and Whitney, not only was it an exciting day for Airway Heights, it was also historic. The fire department swore in its first 4 paid firefighters in station history. Not to be overlooked, the police department also swore in its 23rd officer, who has a unique background to bring to the force. For the first time ever,
raise your right hand.
Airway Heights firefighters echoed Chief Mitch Metzger as he read the fireman's oath.
Serve with integrity. Dedication.
Monday, the department swore in its first 4 paid firefighters. Since its founding in 1963, the department has relied on volunteer service.
With our call volume, nearly 3,000 calls a year, the volunteers are getting tired.
Chief Metzger says other people, including himself, have had to step up to meet demands.
Before today, we had 3 paid chiefs that would respond to the calls during the day, during the week.
He says the new initiates will help lighten the load.
It just gives us that opportunity to continue to service our community that we've been doing, but we've been struggling to do. So this should make it a lot more efficient.
The police department also swore in its 23rd member of the force. Former Spokane County Sheriff's Deputy Sebastian Vandenberg is Airway Heights' newest officer.
I feel great about this. Yeah, it's like I was looking for a second family, so I really love it.
He served for the Metro Transit Police in France and comes from a background of movie stunt work. But now he says he's most looking forward to his role as an Inland Northwest community servant.
I wanted to help the people of the community and protect. It's what I like to do.
Police Chief Brad Richmond says Officer Vandenberg will add to the overall special talents of the department.
And we want to exercise those opportunities to exploit those people's strengths. And Sebastian has a great amount of strengths that we can exploit for the good of our community and for our agency as well.
With the addition of these new officials, the departments are both considered fully staffed. But the police and fire chiefs say if someone wants to serve their community, there's always room for an extra pair of hands. In Airway Heights, Janelle Finch, KREM 2 News.
Well, good luck to all of them.
Yes.
In the meantime, let's switch gears and talk weather with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy the Goo.
Yes, Jeremy, on this Monday, we woke up to some snow and a lot of people were kind of doing a double take. Do you think we'll have more of that this week?
Yep. Oh, perfect.
No hesitation at all.
No hesitation at all. But here's the catch. Not everybody gets it, and some are going to wake up to quite a bit, and others are going to go, what snow is he talking about? And that is spring here in the Inland Northwest. Sure, we're running just a little behind in terms of time, and right now, we still sit in the 30s, 34 degrees, with even more snow coming down. Likely a little bit of graupel across the region, and that's all thanks to our cold air overhead, and that cold air plays a big role in what we wind up seeing down here on the ground. We are looking at yet another band of convection working its way toward Interstate 90. That one just moving out of Harrington, just south of Davenport. Sprague, sorry, you're in for yet another round. From Sprague to Cheney, we saw quite a bit of snow last night, and that even stretched all the way down into Pullman. But here you go. That next band of snow moves into Sprague and likely dumps quite a bit as we move through the next little, I'd say, stretch of time, next couple of hours. Eventually, that stretches down into the Palouse, leaving behind yet another round of snow tonight. Tomorrow, looks like in the morning we're okay, but by tomorrow afternoon, a few more scattered showers pop up across the region. Snow and graupel. Wednesday offers a break, and then we're right back to it on Thursday.
If we must. All right, Jeremy, thank you very much. Moving on to a national story, 5 years in the making. Jury selection in the murder trial of Lori Vallow started today in the Ada County Courthouse.
Lori Vallow is facing charges of murder and conspiracy to commit murder in the deaths of her own 2 children, JJ and Tylee, as well as her husband's late wife, Tammy Daybell.
Shira Matsuzawa from our Boise sister station was inside the courthouse as jury selection started, and she brings us the latest from southern Idaho.
A different pool of jurors made their way into the courtroom, but they were asked the same question. Questions like, will they be able to make the certain time commitment allotted for this case? And in this case, that's up to 8 weeks. Now, some jurors, many of them were excused because they simply couldn't make that time commitment, citing work or medical obligations. But take a look now. These are sketches from inside the courtroom. Lori Vallow appeared in court wearing a black cardigan with a bluish-greenish shirt inside. But the goal of today's jury selection is essentially to find a person who has heard nothing of this case or maybe has some knowledge of it but can still remain fair and impartial. In fact, one of the questions asked today was if any of the potential jurors have heard of Lori Vallow or know her or are related to her. And in a case like this, where there has been extensive media coverage and Netflix documentaries as well as podcasts, that can be a difficult process. But today's hearing, or during today's proceedings, there were actually a handful of people who said they had no idea who Lori Vallow is. As we reported last week, 1,800 potential jurors were summoned. Now they're looking for 18 jurors total, 12 jurors and 6 alternates. They brought in a pool of 15 potential jurors. One failed to show. The second poll also had 15 people. And we are expecting one more group of potential jurors. But as we mentioned, this case, they summoned 1,800 people. And I spoke with Dave Leroy, a criminal defense attorney, as well as former Idaho Attorney General. And he says that is a historically large number for a pool of jurors here, or a potential pool of jurors here in Idaho.
Another story topping the headlines today. Former President Donald Trump arrived in New York ahead of his expected court appearance coming up tomorrow.
A grand jury indicted the former president last week, but the indictment itself remains sealed. A source familiar with the investigation, though, told CBS News the former president will likely be charged with falsifying business records in the first degree. It is a felony charge stemming from alleged hush money payments to an adult film star before the 2016 election.
Coming up in just 3 minutes, we'll break down what could happen tomorrow as former President Trump is expected to turn himself in.